Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a great day in DeKalb County, Georgia. We are here with our partners from our 12 cities who've come together to work together to call for a special purpose local option sales tax, or SPLOST. Voting has already started in unincorporated DeKalb and its 12 cities wholly contained and will culminate on November 7th. In addition to SPLOST, voters will also have EHOST, which is an Equalized Homestead option sales tax on the ballot. Both have to pass in order for the SPLOST to become law. EHOST reduces property taxes. DeKalb residents will be able to vote on the EHOST to change the Homestead option sales tax, or HOST, so that 100% of its proceeds are used to reduce DeKalb residents' property tax bills. Currently, only 80% of HOST goes to property tax relief, and 20% goes to property capital improvements. If voters vote to approve this measure, more than $112 million annually will be dedicated to residential tax relief in DeKalb County. And that would represent a 55, that's an applause, man. That's an applause. Is that good, Mr. Mayor? That good? 112 million to residential property tax relief for the next 6 years. The full ballot language can be located on our website at www.dekalbsplost.com. You know, rather than continue, I want to stop and say something, though. I want to thank the members of our county commissioner who are here. Commissioner Johnson is here, Commissioner Adams, Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson, our presiding officer and the other two members could not attend, but we worked together over the last, really since January, develop a countywide list. And I want to thank our municipal leaders who are here. Let's give them a round of applause. Each municipality will, and you will hear from some of the leaders, will have a list of projects in each municipality. And I'll just like to mention who's here. Mayor Ernst is here from Brookhaven. Mayor Patti Garrett from Decatur. Mayor General Denis Shortal from Dunwoody is here. Mayor Deborah Jackson is here from Lithonia. Mayor Hammet, Melanie Hammet is here from Pine Lake. The Honorable Legendary Mayor from Stone Mountain, Honorable Patricia Will is here. On my right, Mayor Jason Larry is here, internationally known mayor. Jason Larry is here. And my mayor from the great city of Tucker, Mayor Frank Auman is here. Mayor Auman. Let's give him a round of applause. Uh-oh. Was that Mark Niece's tape recorder? Cox had plenty of money, so we won't worry about it. It's broken, but that's okay, Mark. Also, we have city staff here. Burke Brennan is here from Brookhaven, Terry Sanders from Clarkston, Renee Madison from Decatur, Andrea Arnold from Decatur, Bob Kelly from Doraville, Bob Mullen from Dunwoody, Police Chief Roosevelt Smith from Lithonia, and Players Journal from Stonecrest. Mayor Pittman called me personally this morning and expressed her regrets for not being able to be here with us. This is about education. We're asking all of our people gathered here. We have various cities represented, as well as city leaders. I know Bill Floyd is here from the Municipal Association. Where's Bill? I know. He's the tallest guy back there. That's Bill. And I don't know whether Dr. Coleman is here, but we are here to encourage all of us together to focus our attention on educating the voters of DeKalb County regarding the SPLOST. An educated voter is an empowered voter. By providing information and education, by informing our voters, we are convinced that they will go to the polls and cast an informed vote on November 7th. This, as I said, is a great day. We're going to continue to work together between now and November 7th. And a new day has dawned. It's a day that focuses on cooperation, on communication, and transparency. This morning, I was with Senator Miller at a CID meeting, who's the primary author of this bill, And he said something that was really profound to me. And he said that, Mike, in all of my career, I've not seen us working together as we're working together right now. By working, communicating, and trusting, we have already created a better DeKalb County, Georgia. So I'll stop there, and then if there are any questions or comments from those gathered in the midst, we'll be happy to hear from you. But information, education, and education, to educate, that's a verb. That is not passive. That means it's active. So we're encouraging everyone to take an active role in providing information about DeKalb's first SPLOST. The law has been on the books since 1985. That's what Bill Floyd told me. 1985. Now, it took us a minute in DeKalb to kind of figure out how to use it, but that's okay. Better late than what? Never. And we're here today smiling and working together and confident about the future of our county. Thank you. Any other mayors? Any questions or any comments from the mayor? We'll be happy to hear from them. Yeah. Thank you, Sophia. As I mentioned, there are 3 items on the referendum 2 that relates directly to the SPLOST. The first one is to provide $100+ million a year in tax relief to residential homeowners, to property tax owners. That's significant. It's an unprecedented amount of tax relief that homeowners can benefit from in DeKalb County. The second penny that's involved is a SPLOST that will fund capital projects across DeKalb County. Our individual cities have an individual capital improvements list as well as an incorporated list. 85% of the money raised, over about $100 million a year, also more than 100 for capital improvements, 85% must be for roads, streets, bridges, and public safety. The legislation as written focuses our attention on primarily addressing the state of roads, streets, and bridges in DeKalb County. We're committed to making that our highest priority. We're committed to building a Class 1 fire system. We're Class 2. We'll be a Class 1 in a few years. Chief Fulham is a great leader. We're moving in that direction. 100 new police cars to support our men and women in uniform who keep us all safe. So it's about improving the quality of life in DeKalb County for all of our citizens. And Mayor Shortal wants to speak now.
Well, good morning. All of you that are here today are witnessing something that I haven't seen in all the years I've lived in DeKalb County. And that's DeKalb County officials, city officials, all of us standing as one. And I think if nothing else comes out of this, this is something that's extremely significant. I personally support the SPLOST, and we are busy educating our public, as the CEO said, so that they can make an informed vote on the SPLOST on November 7th. Or they can start right now if they want. Early voting is already open. So the whole thing that I want to put forth this morning is that we're standing together as one DeKalb County. We're all in DeKalb County. This is our county, and we need to make sure that we enhance our county as a whole. The other thing is, just remember, everything we do is going to help the quality of life, as the CEO said, for all of our citizens across the spectrum. Thank you for coming out this morning. It's my pleasure to be here.
So when the CEO asks you if you want to say something, of course you're going to take the microphone. So I'm Patti Garrett, the mayor of the city of Decatur, the county seat of DeKalb County, and we are proud to play that role. And we do have a list that's found on our website of the SPLOST improvements that we will be looking for that are a part of the ballot. We'll be looking at continuing some debt relief for some existing Decatur facilities. We have an intersection that is part of our community transportation plan. If you've ever crossed from the railroad tracks from College Avenue to West Howard and gone across Atlanta Avenue, it is an unusually designed intersection, and we are the SPLOST funds will be committed to redesigning and reconstructing and reconfiguring reconfiguring that intersection. And then our third major area is pedestrian, bicycle, and traffic calming improvements. So we want people in the city of Decatur, and we want people in DeKalb County to be aware of what this referendum includes, and we encourage people to go out and vote, and to vote, if you vote early, to be aware of the referendum and the local races on your ballot, and if you vote on election day. So thanks to all of you for coming out and finding out more about this partnership with the cities and DeKalb County. Thanks.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Deborah Jackson, and I serve as the mayor of the city of Lithonia. And Lithonia is one of the county's smaller cities, but it's one of the historic cities. And we are so excited about this opportunity to be in partnership with the county, as well as working with our fellow cities. As has already been said, this really is about educating the community to understand the importance of having this SPLOST. Unfortunately, it has taken us a while to get here, but as the CEO has said, better late than never. And so on our project list, we are looking to make road improvements, install sidewalks, as well as make improvements to the city's park and some of our other community facilities. This is really a great opportunity. It is a historic moment, and we are just very excited about the opportunity to be working together. So again, I also add my vote of thanks, welcome you to come out, and let's continue to make DeKalb the great community that we know that we want it to be. Whether you live in the city or in an unincorporated area, we are one DeKalb. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Frank Auman. I'm the mayor of Tucker, which spent a short time as DeKalb's newest city. We were relieved of that title by Stonecrest and Mayor Larry over here. A big part of our founding philosophy was that there were certain things we felt like we could do in Tucker better for ourselves as a local community, and certain other things that we could do better in cooperation with DeKalb County. And we're thrilled to see this kind of cooperation, all these mayors and other officials here working together on this kind of a project. I just want to point out one thing for our citizens in particular. We're still served, like most cities are, by the DeKalb County Fire Department. And there's an initiative underway to make DeKalb's fire department a world-class example of what that kind of department can be. Tucker's all in on that count. We need some help with our stations there. One of the things that this SPLOST would fund would be those kinds of things. And so I'm also personally in favor of it, but we're going to spend the next 4 weeks educating our folks about exactly what would come out of this measure, and hoping that they understand it fully and make a wise decision. So thanks to all of you for being here.
Good morning, I'm Melanie Hammet. I'm the mayor of Pine Lake, which is the smallest city in DeKalb County, less than 1,000 people. And I think we're a very graphic example of what the SPLOST could do for a municipality. We have small projects with a big impact. This is also a transportation-specific tax. And so what we have are roads in bad repair. I'm sure everybody here can relate to that. And these funds would go particularly to repairing roads that have been undercut by erosion. We're a city that has a lot of inclines and declines, and so as the rain falls, so undercuts our roads. And I think you'll be able to see with the passage of the SPLOST some real improvements that will be very visible in terms of progress. But I want to return to a theme that CEO Thurmond led with, which is the theme of collaboration and cooperation. In a city the size of Pine Lake, we rise and fall on that theme. And I want to thank the mayors, and I want to thank DeKalb County for being partners in all of this, and not just this effort, but in our future and our progress, our ability to thrive as a small city in DeKalb County. And that's really something that we appreciate so much as a municipality. The city of Pine Lake thanks you, all you mayors and the county, for helping us continue as an ongoing municipality. Appreciate that.
I guess I'm the only one who doesn't want to grab the microphone real quick. But no, I know, I'm modest. I try. Brookhaven is, again, echoing everyone else's theme. When I first came on board to Mayor of Brookhaven 2 years ago, the first meetings I had with the county and the cities were not productive. They were fights about things that happened 20 years ago. Some maybe even 50 years ago. But in the short time that we have been able to come together, to put those differences aside, and all sign on a dotted line that we're willing to do this tax for 6 years, is transformational. This is a seminal moment for DeKalb County. Brookhaven, we've been paving streets. We'll use the SPLOST money to continue to pave streets. We are giving our resources to our police officers now. We'll continue to do so on the SPLOST. But the fact that we're all coming together as one DeKalb is a seminal moment. And again, I hope everyone gets educated. And if you want one aspect of it all, you have to vote for all of it. Thank you.
Mayor Wheeler, please. A special lady, give her a round of applause.
Thank you, CEO. I have been living and I guess dying for the splosh. Yesterday, I got a call and the CEO says, "Can you come to Lou Walker tonight at 5:30?" This was at lunchtime yesterday. And I told Bill Floyd, is the one that actually called me, and I said, I wouldn't do it for anybody else but the CEO. This has been one great ride, and I hope that we come to the end of this ride with a great success. The education part is going to be, for the next 4 weeks, is going to be a really difficult thing for us to get out and make our citizens understand exactly what we're getting for the money that they're going to be spending that 1 penny for. As each of the other mayors have said, the transportation, most all cities, and DeKalb especially with the many, many roads that they have needed repairs for years and years. We do them on a Band-Aid, but this time we'll be able to do it on a big bang. We hope to get most all the roads, water and drainage, stormwater. Hopefully all of these will be somewhere in the near future a great success for DeKalb. So thank you all for coming out, and we hope that you all will help us educate the citizens of the cities and DeKalb County to get this splosh passed. Thank you, CEO.
Now, Larry.
World-class county, world-class cities, world-class companies that are going to move here. And it's the only way to be able to do that is to make sure you have world-class facilities, world-class police department, and fire, of course, and transportation. So to be able to make this happen, we have to have this SPLOST, period. And it's been a long time coming, on the great leadership now, of course, of our CEO. This is how we move forward for the future. And as being the largest city in DeKalb County, which is Stonecrest, we are very, very proud to be able to participate and to make sure that we carry our weight and the weight of others to make sure that this goes through. So with that, this is so important as an initiative for our future that we're encouraging everyone from an educational standpoint to know about SPLOST, and of course to make sure that we do our part. To make it to where we want to go, this is essential for where we should be. Thank you, Mr. CEO.
And closing remarks, I'm going to ask Commissioner Johnson to come and speak on behalf of our Board of Commissioners. CEO is okay, but if you don't have a support of the commissioners, you are nowhere with nothing. You're just sitting up there in the corner pontificating, hoping for a better day. So I'm going to ask Commissioner Johnson, and these men and women on the board were outstanding partners and leaders in this effort. It actually began before I was elected, and we took up the baton, and Commissioner Johnson and Commissioner Rita Davis Johnson were part of that. I thank you, and I'm going to ask Commissioner Larry Johnson to do the concluding remarks.
Oh, Lord. No, I'm just the Mayor Dunwoody said I paid somebody. I got it. But I just want to say thank you to our cities and to our Board of Commissioners. This group of men and women have stood in the gap for so long, and our CEO has helped lead the charge. 60% of the SPLOST will be spent in unincorporated DeKalb. That means we still have a large swath of land, roads to do some great work. But the collaboration and partnerships that has made this process as great as possible is because we sat at the table, we listened to each other, we looked at the vision, which is for and by and of the people of DeKalb County, and how do we run forward and make that happen. This is all about relief. They say taxes. It's about relief of these potholes, those buckets you see in these buildings with the leaky roofs. It's about sidewalks and areas that still walking on roads and high grass. All of us are committed to making sure that the citizens about results that we can see and people can see these projects and make it happen. So on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and what we're trying to do and move this county forward, you're going to see this pattern and path that we're doing. And SPLOST is just the beginning, everybody. But we're working hard to make a difference for all the citizens of DeKalb, and this SPLOST is bringing us together. So on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, our CEO, and thanking the cities and just the staff, all of these trucks you see, the staff are the ones that are going to do the work. Once we pass this, that's why we got to have some employee appreciation wherever we go, because they're going to be working day in and day out to make sure that we have smooth streets, better pedestrian sidewalks, better roofs, better buildings, and we're going to get this done with the SPLOST. And so I just thank everybody for coming. On behalf of our Board of Commissioners, we thank you all for the partnership that we're forming today. God bless you.
This is it. Thank you all for coming out. And 3 words: educate, educate, educate. Thank you.